All right, it's Bill here, and a 3-1 victory for the Leafs over the Detroit Red Wings. I know people tell me I'm a negative guy. I'm going to be honest. I watched this game, and I nearly fell asleep on a couple occasions. Yes, it's Friday. It's a long work week. The Leafs played whatever this was. This was a boring game. If I paid money to be at that game, shots on net were 22-20. Let me get into the Ryan Reaves report because I think I don't have a 0 on the Ryan Reaves report. Pretty sure he got a shot on net. It was one of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life. But the Ryan Reaves report: 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. He had a shot on net, which was a wrist shot from the blue line. He also played 8 minutes and 37 seconds tonight, and he did no penalty minutes, and I don't even think he threw a hit. Anyways, I'll get into this game. It's a pretty boring game. I don't know what you want me to comment on. Okay. The biggest controversy tonight was whether Mitch Marner or John Tavares scored the first goal. They talked about that for 3 periods. When you're talking about who scored a goal for 3 periods, that tells you how boring the game was. It was a boring game, low hit, low chances, low contest, low everything, low. I like Flo Rida guy, low. But I should put a smile on my face because the Leafs won and got 2 points, which is great. I'm going to give you the positives. Everyone ready for positives? Bill's coming at you with positives. Nick Robertson and Bobby McMann had a hell of a game. The fact that Nick Robertson's first goal got called back. McMann did everything in his power to avoid touching Cam Talbot. But if you go by the rule of the law, or it's a goalie interference, the goal gets called back. That was, two minutes into the game. And then positives, I thought Robertson and McMann were great. Unfortunately, Holmberg cost them a lot of opportunities because Holmberg does whatever that is. Fourth line bullcrap is what it is. But yeah, no, I thought Robertson and McMann played a pretty decent game. Defense was solid all game. All the defensemen. I didn't see Riley doing the bullcrap. Jake McCabe had a couple blunders, but nothing stood out. There was no crazy bad defensive play tonight, so that's good. Stolarz played great. I don't know what was happening with the one hand where he takes his blocker off and grabs the puck, but whatever. He made some beautiful saves. He did a couple kick saves off Kane. Let's face facts. Stolarz has been awesome. The goaltending for the Leafs has been awesome. The defense has been way better than expected, and the forwards are what the forwards are. Now, I hear this, so we're 6-0 without Matthews. Yeah, okay. Are we really serious about this? Like Austin Matthews, I had someone tell me that we're better off without Austin Matthews. Maybe I'm watching a different game than everyone else, but Austin Matthews is the best player that's played with the Leafs since I've watched hockey. Now, granted, I probably first memories about 1983, 1984. So I don't remember Dave Keon. I don't. I've got the last bit of Sittler, maybe. Definitely don't remember Lanny McDonald. Saw him tonight with his mustache. By the way, Mitchie Baitano. What kind of mustache is that, bud? Just don't even try. It's like my hair, bud. Hair's gone away. See my hair? There's no hair. See the bald spot right there? Don't grow a mustache if you don't have a mustache. Like you got a little piece of orange hanging out of both sides of your lips. Can't grow it. Don't even try, bud. Like. Anyways, I should. The game's so boring. I'm commenting on a guy's mustache. Okay. Yeah. So let's get into the goals. Mitchie Boitano with some beautiful stick work, and then him or Johnny T scored it. I don't. Anyways, it was going to the net. It was nice that way. Nylander, of course, just threw it at the net. Actually, tried to take it to the net. He tried to take it to the net, which was great. And then you got the rebound, and I guess Marner scored it. They changed their mind twice. Mitchie Boitano scored it. 1-0. And then you get into the second period. Again, Johnny T with a horrible penalty on Jonathan Burger King. And, yeah, Dylan Larkin fires it home, and 2 minutes later, Johnny T does the exact same thing Dylan Larkin did. Marner went for a crazy pass. Good bounce. Goes over to Johnny T. He rips it home. Johnny T. With another power play point. And then he scores an empty netter. I think this year he's got, 3 goals? He's got 7 goals on the year with 3 goals on a power play and 2 in an empty net. That's why I call him Johnny T. Otherwise, he was terrible tonight. But again, I don't even know what this game was. This game was not exciting. I guess we should be excited about it. They're telling me that Matthews it's great when he's out of the lineup. You play defensively. Maybe that's what it is. They play more defensively without Matthews in the lineup. It would be great if they played defensively with him in the lineup, but they play. I don't even know what to say. But the fact that someone would actually comment that we're better off without Matthews in the lineup it's just you can have a different opinion than me all you want. I will tell you, Austin Matthews is not my favorite player as a Toronto Maple Leaf fan. He is not. Wendell Clark is by far my favorite player. It's not even close. Wendell Clark is my favorite player. But the most talented player to ever play for the Leafs, I'm sorry, folks, it's not even close, is Austin Matthews. Every year, he improves something. This year, he's actually brought up his hitting. He's worked on his defensive play. When he first came in, he didn't have a one-timing slap shot. He brought that in. Every year he works on something and gets better. So you're telling me you don't want Austin Matthews in the lineup? You're telling me if Austin Matthews was in the lineup tonight, the Leafs would have lost to the Detroit Red Wings? If he would have been in the lineup on Monday or Tuesday, they would have lost to the Boston Bruins? Come on, folks. Seriously. Now, I heard Connor Duber's back up, so hopefully we don't get Reeves tomorrow, although Chief Craig Strongbow might put him in the lineup because there's some guy with a Wi-Fi password on the Montreal Canadiens defense. I don't know. Anyways, empty net goal, horrible empty net goal too. I don't know. Sider with the beautiful pass to Johnny T, who puts it in the net, and the game is now 3-1 and it's over. Now, again, how I kept my eyes open during this game, I don't know, but I did. But let's get into the Hall of Fame. I'm going to spend a little bit of time. I'm positive. See, Bill's got a smile on his face. The Leafs won 3-1. I get people telling me I'm not a Leaf fan. Okay. I'm not a Leaf fan. So if you're a Leaf fan, tell me who was the coach before Randy Carlyle. Or after Randy Carlyle, before Mike Babcock. Do it in 5 seconds. If you can't do it in 5 seconds, you're not a Leaf fan. So piss off. Anyways, let's talk about the Hall of Fame. Okay? Hall of Fame. The NHL Hall of Fame is an absolute joke. I was watching these people walk out. Pavel Datsyuk is the only person that walked out that could be considered a player in the Hall of Fame. They brought out a whole bunch. There's only one player there that deserves Hall of Fame, and that's Pavel Datsyuk. You're telling me Shea Weber deserves Hall of Fame? Shea Weber, what did he win? What cup did he win? Did he win something while I wasn't watching? Oh, he won gold medals. And this is the NHL Hall of Fame. NHL Hockey Hall of Fame. Shea Weber didn't win a thing. He didn't win a Norris Trophy. He won nothing. Shea Weber's in the Hall of Fame. Jeremy Roenick's in the Hall of Fame. Okay, Jeremy Roenick was a great quote. Played the game differently. Okay. He scored 500 goals. And it's because someone had a charity case, the Joe Thornton charity case for 3 years, so that they could finally, it took him like 2 years to score 17 goals. So you get over 500. Jeremy Roenick's in the Hall of Fame. You know who's not in the Hall of Fame? Alexander McGillney. So the Hall of Fame means nothing if Alexander McGillney is not in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to read you something here. Let's talk about Alexander McGillney's stats. 990 games played in the NHL, over a point a game in the NHL, 1,032 points. He had 1 year where he scored 76 goals in 77 games. We're throwing a conniption fit over 69 goals in 81 games for Matthews. 76 goals in 77 games. He scored he basically scored a goal every second game. He had a point per game. He won a Stanley Cup. He defected when no one else would do it. He was one of the first Russians to do it. So he basically put his life on the line to play in the NHL. And yet you're going to put Jeremy Roenick in the Hall of Fame. 1,363 games played, 513 goals, 1,216 points, less than a point a game. Now, granted, his last 3 seasons were an absolute disaster. His last 5 seasons were horrible. Yeah, he had some good. He had 2 50-goal seasons. Good for him. But you don't have Alexander McGillney in the Hall of Fame over Jeremy Roenick? Or, sorry, who are the other ones? Colin Campbell? I get the builder category. David Poile should be in there. He was a long GM. And I'll be honest with you, and I'm going to sound like an a-hole. I have no idea who these people are. Who are these people that went into the Hall of Fame? Two lady players went in the Hall of Fame. Natalie Darwitz and Chrissy Wendell Pohl. Maybe she's married to ex-Leaf. I think the Leafs had a guy named Pohl on the Leafs, didn't they? What was it? John Pohl, yeah. Maybe John Pohl's okay. Is John Pohl? I'm just doing some research here. John Pohl, ex-Toronto Maple Leaf. He played 7 games. Sorry. He played nearly 115 games with the Leafs. Perfect. John Pohl, maybe he's married to him. Who are these people? Excuse me if you didn't. You went into tonight and you knew those 2 names. You knew the names of. I just had it there. Natalie Darwitz and Chrissy Wendell Pohl. You knew those 2 names before you went into the game tonight. You heard of them? You watched them play hockey? Are we done yet? I get the Haley Wickenheiser. I get I get some of it, right? Like the Granado. I get all that. You're keeping Alexander McGillney out of the Hall of Fame over, I'm sorry, Jeremy Roenick, Natalie Darwitz, Chrissy Wendell Pohl, Colin Campbell, and David Poile. And McGillney's not in the Hall of Fame. Oh, the NHL Hall of Fame is a joke. It's an absolute joke. Like, you let anyone in. You should. The Hall of Fame is like baseball. Hall of Fame is great. They actually respect it. There's no respect. The fact that Alexander McGillney's not in there. What did he do? Did he do something to Lanny McDonald and Mike Gartner at 2 ex-Leafs? Anyways, that's how boring the game was. I'm talking about the Hall of Fame. The fact that Alexander McGillney's not in the Hall of Fame is an absolute shame, bullcrap. It's a joke. And we got Natalie Darwitz. Anyways, I apologize. I'm sure there's some women fans out there that love the women's game and thought Natalie Horowitz was the next coming of Gordie Howe. I'm sure she was. I'm sure she had the skill set to do it. Maybe I missed it. And I'm an a-hole because I think Alexander McGillney should be in the Hall of Fame more than Natalie Darwitz or Chrissy Wendell Pohl or Colin Campbell. Maybe I'm an idiot. Or Jeremy Roenick. What next? You going to put Nikolai Kulemin in the Hall of Fame? I think Stolarz took that 41 number from you, Nikolai. You know, Nikolai had a good season. What about Clark MacArthur? Clark MacArthur had a couple 20-goal seasons. Whew. Maybe we should put David Clarkson in there, too. Anyways. They play Montreal tomorrow. I'm hoping it's going to be a better game. Maybe a 3-1 victory is what we should go for. Maybe they're playing playoff hockey early. Thanks, Chief Craig Strombo. Cheers.